Hey everyone, today we're going to make mini meatloaf. This recipe was passed down to me by a coworker of mine back when I was a meat cutter. The secret ingredient of this meatloaf sounded strange to me the first time she mentioned it to me, but it's what really makes it good. The secret ingredient is chicken and a biscuit. So, first let me show you what we've got. Okay, so first we've got our ingredients. We've got a pound of pork sausage. I'm just going to drop that in my bowl here. I've got a pound of lean ground beef. The chicken and a biscuit that I mentioned, you're going to take about half a box. So I'm going to go ahead and smash these up. Basically, you just want to get them pretty fine. If you don't get them all, it's no big deal. You can do this a bunch of different ways. You can blend them up in a food processor, or you can just put them in a big Ziploc bag and smash them. You could use a rolling pin. Just get them mostly crushed up, so I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Alright, so I used a food processor to grind up my chicken and a biscuit. This is what I ended up with. Kind of reminds me of a graham cracker crust. It's about the consistency you want. So I'm going to go ahead and throw that in there too. You probably don't want to include the blade. You know, it's a personal choice, but I don't think the people you're feeding are going to appreciate that much. You're going to use 1 egg and about probably half a cup of Worcestershire sauce. I've only got a 1/4 cup here. My family likes a little bit more. Somewhere between a 1/4 cup to half a cup. And then you can add some salt and pepper to flavor. I don't usually add very much of that while I'm making it. I usually leave that up till after. So now it's time to get dirty. If you watched my garlic bread post, you know that it was kind of a messy process. This is even more so. You're going to hand mix this, so just get your hands in there, squish it all up, and I'm going to go ahead and do that and be right back. Okay, so I've got my meatloaf all mixed up now. You can see the chunks of chicken and a biscuit in there. Now, I mentioned that I only had half a cup of Worcestershire sauce, and that we usually like more. That is confirmed by the fact that this is still pretty pink looking. Usually when we use the right amount of Worcestershire, we are looking at more of a brownish color. So I would say definitely more along the lines of half to 3/4 of a cup. We ran out. So the next thing is, the thing that makes this different from regular meatloaf. You could just put this in a meatloaf pan right now and bake it on 350 for about 60 minutes, and you'd have a really nice meatloaf. But the other thing that makes this a little different is, I mentioned it's mini. So we're gonna take a muffin tin, and we're gonna make basically little individual servings. So again, you're gonna get kind of gross here, just below the surface or the top of the cup. And you're going to go ahead and do that with the entire mixture. These here are probably a little full. You probably want them a little bit less. Probably about 3/4 of the way full. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to put it in the oven for about 30 minutes at 350 degrees. And I will be back with the result. Alright. My mini meatloaf just came out of the oven. There's what it looks like. I hope you enjoy the recipe. Let me know in the comments section if you try it out and what you thought of it. See you next time.